Yo, you have to talk right now. Yo, this ReZero is the craziest show of this entire year. I'm coughing with how bad it is. And I'm coughing because there's no heart in my chest right now. Like, it's an empty hole. Like, I even tweeted out that new recent Zero episode got me like, and it was just Obito pointing to his chest like, there is no heart because nothing is in there, bro. This episode was insane. It was dark. I'm telling you, everybody underestimates this show, and this is what bothers me because they look at the cover of the show and they're like, oh, it's probably some main character acts hella silly who's hella horny for the main girl, and I'm like, while that may be true, it's literally like 20% that, 15 at most, at least, you know? But the other like 80%, the show's pretty freaking dark. It gets very dark and very serious every single time when he dies. He dies multiple times and he's traumatized by every single death. He has to constantly strategically find out a way on how to prevent all of this from happening to all the people that he cares about because only he knows and he can't tell anybody else because the witch's grasp just like will squeeze his heart and he's like cursed or something like that. So he just can't even speak about it because he tried to speak about it in episode 15. Or it was 14. It was 14 to Amelia, and she is just the world's most ungrateful hoe I've ever. I'm not gonna call her bitch because I don't call females bitches. When I do, it's only 2Ds, but it's a code, right? But good God, she is so ungrateful. Subaru has done everything for you. He has stood there for you. He has helped you when you're not even aware of it. He has saved your life multiple times, and he has no powers, but he has saved you, and you are gonna sit there and tell him that you don't need an assistant anymore? Yo, I cannot stand this. It pissed me off. That shit pissed me off, bro. I'm like, you cannot tell me that anybody else, all of you that are watching, were you mad? I was so mad. I was like, you're so ungrateful. He's done everything for you. Roswell has not done this for you. Your freaking knights and all of them have not done this for you. No one in the kingdom has done this for you. No one in this village even gives a shit about you because you're half elf and the witch was half elf. So that means that everybody doesn't give a shit about you, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't. Because apparently when the only one person that cares about you this much is gonna help you out till no means necessary, absolutely for free with nothing in return, you're gonna be completely ungrateful and cut him off? Oh hell no. Oh hell no. Let me see this hoe. Fight me. Oh hell, I was so pissed. I was so pissed, bro. I know I missed a lot of episodes with the whole Rem arc too. Rem is badass. I love Rem. I'm team Rem, okay? Because like it's like a triangle of love where Amelia, she's confused, but we all know she kind of likes Subaru. Subaru is hella heals all over for Amelia, and then Rem is hella heals all over for Subaru. So it's like a triangle, a love triangle. And you know, there's teams now that are being formed. Just like, you know, when Niseko was going on Team Chitoge, Team Onodera. If you were on Team Onodera, don't get me started, boy. But you know, I'm on Team Rem. Rem appreciates his boy. He's done a lot for Rem, just as much as he's done, or not just as much, but like equal amounts of threatening his life and done a lot for Rem, and he's killed himself before purely for Rem's happiness with being a complete and utter worthless, pathetic weakling that he is. You know, when Julius was completely telling him that he's a weak man, he's pathetic, I was like, bro, this is really embarrassing to watch. And also the animation was also really weird as well. When they were inside of the courtroom and with Subaru talking to all the knights saying, oh, you guys just are random weaklings with your daddy's names and power and money. When he was saying that, the animation got really weird. It was really like Dragon Ball Super-ish at some points when they were distant far out, like when they were zoomed out. So Studio Period, you were doing great up until now. You know that, Studio Period? You were really doing great up until now. You had this hype moment and I just felt like it ruined it for me, but it was just, you know, you can see the laziness in there, the poor editing in there, you know, but well, I just gotta point that out, you know, the power though in these episodes, and I'm doing from like I think it was 13 to 15 was what I'm doing, 14 to 15 is what I'm doing, and the power within these episodes is absolutely insane. Like, all you can tell that from episode 12 at episode 12 and 13 literally jumps from right to 14, and it's crazy. My heart shattered too when she said, he is not my knight and he'll be leaving now. Like, Subaru was just in shock, and he was sitting there explaining everything to her, and she would not listen, she would not trust him, she would not believe him, and it's only irritating because I've been in the exact same shoes with a female, and I'm like, yo, you're so stupid, you're so stupid. Like, when you pour out everything and you're doing the most that you can, bro, like, appreciate that at the least. She's not even appreciative of it. She's not appreciative of it at all. It is very clear that she's not, because it's like, oh, you're hurting yourself. You have to understand he is doing it for you, and he is not hurting himself to the point where he's dying. Like, he's still alive. And fun fact, Amelia, if you didn't know, he has died multiple times for you, and even in a different life, he has saved her, because she can't remember it, but it happened, and then he died. So only he could remember it, but he saved her from that wood house, from that wood village, and he died. So it was redone, but it's just annoying, you know? Like the whole, I'm telling you right now, if the parts when he met Amelia and she didn't call herself Amelia, she called herself by the name of the witch. I forgot what it was called, but she literally called herself the name that means of the witch. I can't remember what it was called though. She was hiding her name because she was like stuttering and like panicking before when he asked for her name, and I was like, yeah, she's definitely hiding her name. You can even go watch my episode 1 review. I deadass said she was hiding her name, and I knew that she was. But if that combined with all the way up until now, I feel like she wouldn't be as ungrateful as she is now, you know? And also as well, when all of these mages, these witch hunters, when all of them came up to Amelia's like little town, where she basically controls her castles at, little village, etc., far out there, I feel like that only happened because Subaru blabbed his mouth. Like, you remember when the shop clerk, he literally said, watch out for who you say that could have some form of contact with the witch, because everybody doesn't like Amelia right now because they have doubts and assumptions. No one actually knows if she's a part of the witch cult or not. She says that she's not, but they're still gonna assume that she is because she's half elf, just like the witch is half elf. But you're not supposed to blab your mouth about that, and I feel like if he had not blabbed his mouth, that whole certain scenario of these witch hunters and Betelgeuse, I think it's his name, I don't know how to pronounce it, like Betelgeuse, I feel like he and all of his minions, the witch hunters, I feel like none of them would have gone to where they have gone and killed everybody like Rem and Ram and terrorized the whole village and killed the children like Petra and etc. I feel like none of that would have happened had he have not said anything, you know, because he said you never really might know who's hearing, and they may have heard then, so then boom. So, because when she said she's half elf, a lot of people were shocked, but then a lot of people also knew as well. So I feel like a 50% amount of them knew and then a 50% amount of them didn't know, you know? That's just me. Also, shout out to the knight that is a cat. It's a guy too. We were introduced to Trap here, ladies and gentlemen. We don't judge. But no, I was just so heated, bro. And Rem is out there fighting for her life, bro. And if you didn't watch this episode, watch it, because I'm about to spoil right now because we have to discuss about this. This witch hunter kills Rem and Ram, and then he dies because Subaru is then frozen when he investigates and looks further into it. When the guy told him to turn around multiple times, he investigates into the village and everybody's dead. Rem is dead, all these bodies are on the ground. Ram is dead too, she's the last one that she finds. And then he goes further down and he's frozen. He's just completely frozen, and I feel like this is some type of power that they have, because when he dies and comes back, he's completely traumatized. He's silent, he can't speak, he's just squeezing the hell out of Rem, and he can't speak, he's completely just traumatized. He's dead, and mentally he's been like snapped in half. He's traumatized, you know? And the only thing that he's doing then is he's just completely silent. They're going back to that spot, and Rem is there taking care of him. She realizes all the mistakes that are happening yet again. The scent of the witch is coming strong, and they go back to that exact same place where he died and find all these dead bodies. And then the whole cycle repeats again, where Subaru is kidnapped and trapped, Rem is injured, and then all of a sudden he's tied up and chained, and Rem comes last minute before they do some wicked shit to him, and then they kill Rem again. Oh my god, yet a second time, bro. A second, what is the hint, bro? What, can Team Rem not have a break? I don't understand. They kill her for a second time, right in front of him this time. It was only traumatized him the first time because he just witnessed the death, like he found her dead body. He didn't actually see the death. All right, it's much worse when you see the death happen before your very own eyes than when you just find the body. They're both bad, but there's limits to it. Much more larger than that. I am losing my mind in this review. I cannot keep professional. I am losing my goddamn mind, bro. They kill her. I'm not talking about kill. I'm talking about they grab her with some of the witch's invisible hand. They twist up her limbs and everything, and she's still moving when they're all gone. I was like, Rem, stop. Rem, stop. Please stop it. Stop moving. You're so beautiful. Stop. And then all of a sudden, then she uses her powers to unlock the chains on his hand. He picks her up. She says she loves him, and I was like, My heart, and then all of a sudden he's picking her up. Then he realizes that they're completely dumb because they take over the castle that Amelia was supposed to be in Roswald, and some giant beast comes out of it, some giant ice winter beast, because I can tell that because it makes everything into winter snowland, and then it freezes Subaru and his head cuts off and it falls off. Therefore, coming back alive again, he's already died twice, and realized much more trauma. He's been traumatized and seen more trauma and more tragic events each time he has died. Since he's building bonds with these people, that's the whole concept of this show and why it keeps getting darker, is that he has to protect more people every time when a tragic event happens because he's opening up himself and he's caring for more people. Right at the beginning it was just Amelia, then Rem and Ram, and then Felt, and then the old man, everything like that. He cares for a lot of people, so it's gonna get a lot more darker and a lot more twisted, and I urge you all to watch this anime. Watch this anime. We have 10 episodes left. Watch this shit. But I'd love to see what happens next Sunday. I cannot wait for that. As you can see, Subaru at the very end gives us a very evil smirk where he does not want the same thing happening twice. It's already happened twice. A third time's the charm. He does not want that to happen to prevent everything that he can. I feel like he's gonna go in there now with a strategy. Maybe he might take that one heir to the throne. The Dragon Prince is one of them. He might take her and her knight, since they're very powerful. He might take them. He might take Reinhardt as well. Might take a couple buddies. Who knows? He might even take the knights. That'd be pretty anticlimactic if he took the knights in, because he shit talked the crap out of him and they beat the shit out of him too. But it'd be a little ironic if he went up to them for needing help for his own personal gain when they have absolutely no interest in him. I have no idea. I'd love to see what happens next episode though. This show is insane. As you can see from the entire reaction, it has made me lose my goddamn mind. Whew! That is it though. Thank you all for watching. I'm gonna get up out of here. Goodbye.